Alright fam, so I do believe that the local bottom might actually be in. Now interestingly, if you look at this post, you'll find out that QT, quantitative tightening, has officially ended. So congratulations to the Fed, to you, we made it, but this does not equal money printing. Even though that we thought that there is not going to be a rate cut, or it's just going to be like there was a whole mess around, is it going to be a rate cut or is it not going to be a rate cut, whatnot, seems like there's 87% probability and the market seems to be reacting from this level. I'm going to talk about why I think the bottom might be in. I'm going to talk about the trades that I'm taking, the actions that I'm taking, my exact plan on how I'm navigating this whole thing. And if we get to that, we can just do some chat and you can send your charts. And it's not going to be a long show. It's worth watching. I brought some news that we should discuss as well. Let's get going. If you're here, please smash the like. I wasn't here yesterday. I'm not really here on Mondays. There are other hosts doing this on the channel separate from me here on Mondays. But now I'm here. If you're here, then we're all here. Let's get going. Okay, so number one, very important. The market is seemingly, is the chat working? Cause I think I didn't set it to the. Let me just set this to live chat because I think that's the problem here. Until then, guys, if you are here, I have asked Cuz, but I think he's too young to understand. There was a very famous song that went da 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 da. If you know what the song is, please let me know because I want to listen to that song and I can't figure it out. I try to kind of read it up for Siri or sing it up for Siri. It didn't really take it, but it goes da 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 da. Cuz he's like really looking at it. So saying good song, but what is the song? What is that song? I don't know what the song is. So he's saying great Friesland, Siri sucks. Yes. Final boss. Use SoundHound. SoundHound, is that a thing?
I don't know.
SoundHound, can you check what SoundHound is? For anybody rewatching the show, please just go to the timestamps below. SoundHound AI speaks for itself. SoundHound, can I just sing to SoundHound? And they have a stock as well. Independent voice AI platform connects people to brand through customized conversation. Nah, that's not what I need. I need someone to tell me what the song is. No idea. Use Gemini. And what, should I sing to Gemini? Should I just sing to Gemini? Okay, let me just try Siri here. Okay, wait, what is it? Not Siri, but ChatGPT. Okay, I'm looking.
We got it.
I'm looking for this song. It goes da da dam ba da 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 da. Oh, whoa. Da da dam da 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 dam da da dam.
I can hear the rhythm you're humming, and it's definitely got a catchy vibe. It's a little tricky to identify a song purely from a da-da-dum, but if you can think of any more clues, like a word.
I can't. If I knew, then I would tell you. I don't have it. Cos says, guys, we have to get to the bottom of this. I'm so sorry for a little bit distracting this thing. GG. Am I gonna get a copyright thing here? Oh! Oh my god, Cuz! Who is here above 30? Someone's like 𝗙 and looks really strong. Cuz. Song ever. Oh my god, this is so good. All right, that out of the way. I think we can now in peace get into the actual content. So today I have a channel. It's called the 𝗙𝗃 Club as well. I'm dropping these very short form videos. For example, today crypto bottom is in 7 minutes. You can watch it so you don't have to bear through my fuckery. But a lot of people like what I'm doing here with these, and I like to spend time with you. So it's amazing. But in there, I actually said crypto bottom is in. You will find the description in the description. You have to check that out. But the whole idea was that the bottom might potentially be in. Today we will have a speech from Paul Atkins, he said, who is the SEC chair, you know, the guy who followed the Gary Gensler. And so we're going to see how that goes. But there's also a speech, a big announcement from Trump. Now, one thing is we know Trump and big announcement does not help crypto recently, okay? So, but I do believe, based on the conspiracy theory I put together in my head, is that Trump can actually at some point help crypto because they loaded up on DEXs and then they can cover up all the fantastic amount of innovation and stolen money and stuff that they have, they can just put it in and they can just ride the wave up and the thing that's happening. So we'll see how these announcements play out. Very important. A lot of scares on the BOJ rate hike. Bank of Japan, yen carry trade. Basic idea was that you could borrow a yen for basically zero interest, and then you could put it in risk assets, and then you could pay back the basically zero interest, and then you made money. But that kind of got blown out last year, or this year, I don't remember. Last year when they increased it a tiny bit, and then like basically everybody lost their shit, and they're like, holy shit, they can't do it. The whatever trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in this yen carry trade is there. And now it seems like just by the time when everybody got a little bit chilled about big scare in the market, 81% probability for December hike. Last two times when it happened, even though it was expected, the market actually did nuke. So we could see a retrace and then a potential sell-off. Very important. If you got destroyed in the last dump, if you have not anticipated this dump and you were long and you were, listening to everybody else, this is what I tweeted. And I don't want to be a cocky motherfucker. I had a friend who actually pinged me and is like, don't be a cocky, guy. But I'm not a cocky guy. I'm just telling you, like, I have this community. It's free. And I've been telling you what I'm doing. Nothing as financial advice. I'm sharing with you that if you learn and put in the effort, which I did for the past, whatever, years, you can navigate the market like that. And I shared it here. And I took the trades. And this is how I'm just paying very much attention of what we and I and how. So obviously nothing I say is financial advice. You should always do your own research and always do deep dive and learn to do these things. But anyway, if you want to see how I execute these things and how I get these trades from the very get-go, join in the community. There's going to be a link in the description. So, and then we get to this point where I believe the local bottom might be. If you look at the daily, I've seen one of the charts yesterday. I don't even want to open it, but someone was putting up a Solana chart. There's something like this and said like, it's good risk reward here or something. Like, I don't know what you're looking at, but here, this for me does not seem like a good risk reward. The thing is down 60% 50% the past 2 months. So for me, what I was always looking at is the following. I want to see we are down here at the. Tell them to refresh the page. Refresh the page. Cause says refresh the page. If something tech doesn't work, sound, whatever, refresh the page. It's not us, it's YouTube. 100% is YouTube. Refresh, okay? So we're down, the market is down here at the daily order block, right? And also the weekly. So this is like a very, very strong level here. So we could see a reversal. The problem is that this did not touch on there. Therefore, I would imagine that we're gonna get a little bit of push here up to the 50% of this slag and then reject from there and potentially come down to the 2.74 to 2.32 trillion mark, okay? So I want to see that happen. Now, for me to confirm for myself and my trading strategy that the market is going to pump from here, I need to see a higher high. On the 4-hour chart, I didn't see a higher high. This is the range. I actually marked this here when on the 100x club and also here on the channel. Like, I've been marking these and expecting this to happen. It came back and then a 4-hour rejection here. So the reason why I can't long here, even though I believe the local bottom might be in, is because on the 4-hour level, the market could not break above that level and reject it. So that would just the anticipation for me is that we're gonna get a retrace and just continue on this lower time frame or higher time frame downtrend. So, but if I look at the hourly chart, now say on the hourly chart, we do have a beautiful market structure here, right? This is not even an hourly market structure shift, bro. Like it's not even an hour. Look at this. There's no 3 consecutive candles here. I thought that was. This is not even an hourly market. This is nothing. This is nothing down here. We have a 15-minute down here on the bottom. That's all we've got. Look, we have a beautiful 15-minute. This is so we traded that, but I traded that, by the way. Here, 15-minute market structure shift. This beautiful 3 consecutive candles and high. 3 consecutive candles here. You mark a high, comes back 50, beautiful, moves on. But we don't have an hourly. The market did not show an hourly and a 4-hour market structure. That means that even though that now I see an hourly market structure shift here, I just cannot long this. I can't. Because usually market structure shift happens when the market is coming down, for example, or the opposite direction, doesn't matter, and then it's making lower lows, lower highs, whatever, and at some point it makes a higher high, meaning signaling that there is going to be a reversal happening, and that's what this means, most likely. But the problem is that the overall structure is simply down. It's just simply a downtrend. So considering the fact that the announcements will come and considering the fact that, you know, Trump and whatever, I could see a potential trade opportunity here. Whereas I don't want to take this here. The risk reward is not good for me, considering that I'm targeting the 3.06 trillion up here, because that's what I'm doing. I'm targeting this 4-hour OB up here. So I don't want to take this long now. But if the market comes back 50% down here, if the market comes down to 2.88, and if I see a 5 to 15 minute market structure shift, then I'm going to take a long position. Until then, I close all my shorts. So you have seen, I posted in the community as well. Where is it? Let me see. I posted all the, oh no, this is oh, it's here, yeah. So I took all these positions and I actually closed them. This is the same that I posted here, similar, and I closed them because I do believe that a reversal is coming, and I just don't want to get caught in there. And then when we get back here, if we get back here, I would be interested in shorting. Ultimately, I am expecting this to come lower, come down here, 2.6, 2.5-ish region. But you can get all the information on the 100x Club on that. I don't want to spend time. I have another 10, 15 minutes here. So go and check that. These are the daily updates that I'm doing there every single day. It's actually pretty cool because I said here on this channel, I said the crypto signal will confirm. What is the, I said crashing coming, question mark, and then signal, this is the signal I'm looking for. Then the signal happened. Then I said the crash is confirmed. Then when the crash happened, I said, is the bottom in? And then the bottom is seemingly coming now. So it worked out pretty decent. We'll see how it goes. I do believe local bottom is in, but it's just not strong enough to long. And therefore, I'm just not taking long positions. If we come back 50%, I will. Just targeting up here this 4-hour order block supply zone. And if it does not come back where it starts running, I don't really care. If we have if the market shows a 4-hour close above 3.17 trillion, I'll reconsider and I might start getting into long positions. Now, obviously, you know that I already started accumulating. I do have a video on that, on how I use the bots to accumulate crypto. Go onto the 100x Club and you can see that full video. But I didn't deploy back. I sold on the 17th and I'm still waiting. I only deployed 5 to 10% with the bots, thinking about 2026. That said, dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum 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 dum. The riddle by Nick Carton. I don't know. It's not riddle. I don't know. Not coffee. Genius. I'm happy. The riddle. No. Love the daily updates. I love you back. Keep breaking up. Refresh. Song. The riddle. Okay, now you're good. Oh, there is something happening with the oh, it's here you go. Okay, daily exchange volume parabolic. I don't know what that means. Yo, what's happening? Great trader, bad music taste. I take it, bro. I take it. Thanks for the updates always. Call me crazy. Hey, nice to meet you. This is crazy. Here's my number. So call me maybe. Okay, I want to show you one more thing, which is pretty cool. So I talked about gravity for quite some time now, and that is, let me just, what is happening here? Let me just pull this in. Gravity is a perp DEX like Hyperliquid on ZK Sync. ZK Sync alone is something to talk about, an incredible layer 2 with the zero knowledge technology, making Ethereum faster, cheaper, more reliable, all that. Look that up, but what I wanted to say, Gravity is a partner here, and they have a specific trading competition. So I have all this because I had the window open and I was turning on and off, which it didn't like. But they have a perp DEX and they have a trading competition, okay? If you trade, deposit, invest with their strategies, invite friends, even if you get liquid assets, which if you watch this show, hopefully you're not gonna get, you can gain points for their airdrop. Now think about Hyperliquid, the largest airdrop on the planet. If you look at this, the potential to get a great airdrop here by just simply trading on the platform is great. They also have something called, I don't know what they call it, but they basically don't charge you fees to trade on their platform. They give you the fees back. So they don't give it back, they give you the fees. Like they basically give you money to trade. Obviously, always do your own research. They are our partners here on the channel. And they created a competition for us. It's a trading competition. The first person to win, meaning the highest PNL, will win $3,800. Let me see. The first PNL. I told you about this last week, and I think you guys got onto this, to be honest, because I see 5,000 is the #1 highest PNL, and even number 10 is $800. So now it got a little bit tougher. Last week it was not happening at all. So anyway, you do have this competition. It's worth checking out in my opinion. So go and do check that out. And before I bring you another cool stuff, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to you now, because I think it's also super cool. So we've got Ledger, right? So Ledger, I've been using Ledger for a long time, you know this, and they have cool discounts running. So if you ever thought of getting a Ledger, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, think this is the time, okay? So they give you $70, if you buy a Ledger device, a Ledger Flex, they give you $70 in Bitcoin as gift. It's not on the Ledger, it comes in a voucher that you can withdraw basically, and you can put this onto your new Ledger. Also, if you want to get yourself something that is cheaper, more affordable, this is the Ledger X. I do have the same here. So this is the cheaper version. If you want to get that, they have 50% discount on that. So they have different offers on here. You can just jump on here. If you get the S Plus, you get $10 in Bitcoin. If you get the Nano Gen 5, which is also amazing. Anyway, you go and check that out, link in the description. But one more thing, if you do have a Ledger, whether you get it from us or not, it doesn't really matter. But if you do have a Ledger and you use the Ledger wallet, the actual wallet that you trade and swap and all that, what you can do is now you can swap Sui to Sui and participate in this competition, not even competition, in this raffle worth $400,000 worth of Sui. So in the first round, all you need to do is open the Ledger wallet that you use to connect your Ledger to, just swap from any asset to Sui, and by doing so, you qualify for a raffle where the first person, like again, it's gonna be like a draw that Ledger is doing, that the first person is gonna be $30,000 worth of Sui by just swapping. So anyway, second is 20,000, third is 10,000, fourth to fifth is 6,000. Again, if you have a Ledger and if you have Sui or you don't have Sui or whatever, you can just simply swap from anything to Sui and participate in this automatically, and you can follow Ledger's. The wallet is super user friendly. They rebranded from Ledger Live, which I used forever, and they rebranded to Ledger Wallet. It's pretty cool. It's not the wallet. I don't mean these are the signers now, we call them, but the Ledger Wallet software. So there's a link in the description to all this. Now I want to talk about a couple of things. One, Bitcoin is now cheaper relative to gold than almost any point in the last 15 years. I mean, I don't know if we're sad or happy about that, but one thing is certain: if you've ever been thinking about selling your gold for Bitcoin, you will probably not get it cheaper than now. So if you have gold, you're wondering, should I sell? I don't know. But if you do want to, you're probably not going to get it cheaper. This is the cheapest in relation, the Bitcoin gold ratio, lowest Bitcoin gold ratio, basically for the past 15 years. So this is something that was pretty interesting for me. Second, 1.7 trillion Bank of America just said they recommend, YouTube, check this out. The bank, American bank, recommends 4% allocation to Bitcoin and crypto to their clients, which is pretty substantial. I mean, if a bank recommends something like this, you listen, because banks are so nice. They all want us to win, you know? But anyway, so they do have that running, which is pretty amazing. And at the same time, Vanguard comes out to that they will allow clients to access cryptocurrencies, ETFs, obviously, and funds starting from tomorrow, which is today. So, if these guys, the Orange Man, and if this guy, Paul Atkins, is not ruining our lunch today, we most likely are going to get a little bit of a bounce here, a little bit of a relief rally. We have to see how it comes. I'm going to update you. I'm obviously going to be here back on the channel tomorrow. And of course, I'm going to stay. Don't leave just yet. Don't leave. And I'm going to be dropping the daily update on the 100S Club. Again, you can find the link in the description to that. And update you in the community. All this in the description, you will find it. But I do believe that we can have if we are, so to say, lucky or fortunate, we can have a retrace here. The market could potentially retrace here and then have a push from there. That's what I would want to see. We'll see how it goes. If it starts rallying, I'll let it go. See how it goes. If it breaks above a long, if it breaks below, it rejects a short. We'll just simply update you as it comes. And now, this is the time. Why do I not have drum roll here? Yeah. I don't. There is it. Oh, but you know what I have?
Hi. Don't want to fight, but I just wanted to ask you, I hope you haven't invested very heavily in Bitcoin. It
Looks like it's going down. Oh, and I have this as well, listen.
Emotional damage.
Okay, enough of the funniness. Soon that will be the bear market, the market cap of Sui. Maybe. My portfolio is so Sui near Aptos, IMX, Beam, Render, Maple, on the link. Good, good. Please do not send your address and bank details and all this stuff as well. Not Colky. It's cocky, not Colky, but yeah, I get it. No meal today with the chat. No meal today with the chat. No, not today, not today. I actually had food. I mean, I could get some crackers. Should I just pop a chewing gum or what? Soul Fefe. Yes, John Wick 007. I love your username. Tell me, any trade as young folks, bruh. You know what? This is so weird. Like I gave you in the community, right? And it's free. It's free. I posted this, and as of November 19th, look at this, November 19th, that said, I just had a meeting, heard some interesting things. All I can say is I put 6.5K, which was 7, but anyway, in this bot. And then fast forward to today, this is how it looks. Like, it's actually crazy. What is even, this is how it looks. What is even, and I already took 75% profit on this, by the way. What is even crazier than this is that someone asked me if I have a trading idea on it. No. I mean, I'm happy that you're asking, but it's up 100% since I said that I'm deploying into it, you know? So, unfortunately, no, it's difficult. Cause you should buy. Tokens in mind to long if we will have the relief bound. I don't really know if I want to long, but probably relative strength, Solana, Hyperliquid, all this stuff. I'm gonna share with you what I'm doing, but for now I don't think I want to long. Is Bitcoin the best long-term asset in your opinion? 100%. In my opinion, Bitcoin is the best long-term asset in my opinion. Depends on what you want to do. Capital preservation. And also, what is long term? 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years? Is Bitcoin about, okay. Zcash. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've seen some people longing Zcash. I mean, I don't know. You tell me if you I don't know. I'm just saying, like, on the timeline and whatever. People were longing Zcash like here. And then they got ragged and they longed here. And then they thought this was a support, and so they longed after that as well. And then they tried to catch this one because it looked very good. And then they got wrecked there as well. And, I mean, it's sad, but I can't be more vocal. Like, this is also such a good example. Look at this. Like, this is what professional trading looks like. And the reason why I know this is because I got destroyed so many times. Like, don't get me wrong. I get destroyed. Like, if I look at this and I say, on the hourly chart, I am looking for a reversal in the hourly order block. And I go down to the 15-minute chart, and I don't see that. I don't long. I don't long. It's a clear market structure, brother. High, you have a low. You have a high, you have a low. You have a high, you have a low. Like, what do you long here? Like, what is long here? Nothing. So I wanted to get an entry at 440. That was my main area. Why? Because this was down here, and it was a long time ago. Like, it was up here at 5 something. And I said, I want to get an entry at 440 on this support, and I didn't get a reaction. And I said, okay, I want to get an entry here at 375. I didn't get a reaction. So now, maybe this 319 could be the one if I go out on the daily and I start pulling the fib here, and I look at the 50% retrace, we are down at discount. So if I see a higher high, a reversal, which currently sits up here, so that's not level now, but I would be interested in taking it. But until then, not really. Should we buy Zcash? No, I don't think so. My question doesn't come true. Fartcoin scalp long. No, I refuse to talk about Fartcoin in these market conditions. But I don't refuse to talk about one more thing. So a lot of people talked about Ledger and this and that, and I love Ledger. But also I understand that some people, it might be technical, even though it's created in a way that is super natural, super understandable. But some people actually want to keep their funds on an exchange. If I, not if I were, I am, right? So I have funds on Ledger, on exchanges, whatever. If you consider keeping your coins for a longer term and you want to pick the most secure exchange, in my personal opinion, OKX is on top of the list, on the top 3. They're compliant. They have literally all of these different licenses in the world that you can imagine. And obviously they title sponsors for McLaren and all this stuff, but also they are really, really upping their game. The reason why I say they are also partners on the channel, but I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, believe it. Whether you have a company, whether you want to keep your personal funds safe, I do believe OKX is a safe place to be. Now, one thing that I don't, and I told you I'm always going to be honest with you, I love what OKX does with the Web3 integrated in the app. It's super cool. One thing is, if you want to, run away and hide away and use non-compliance exchanges, this is not the one. This is for keep making sure that you are at their safe place, right place, compliant place. So if you want this, there's a link in the description. You can go and check that out, especially if you're in Europe. They are MiCA compliant, and I know that a lot of Europeans are in trouble because they're being cracked down on with all these regulation and whatnot. So OKX, in my opinion, honestly, is one of the best decisions, and I'm super grateful for them for being partners on the channel. I mean, a company that is a title sponsor for McLaren doesn't really need more exposure, but the fact that we work together and they know I love them and they love me, it's amazing. So I'm very happy to have them on here. So he's saying 155 likes is sad. It is sad. It is sad to an extent that now, because of the 155, I didn't know this was happening. If you come into a show, you like the show, cause isn't that what you're doing? You like the show. Now I'm gonna walk over. If you didn't like the show, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Did you like the show? Yeah. Did you like the show?
I was the second like.
Okay, good. So if you don't like the show, then it shows me that there is no interest and I have to stand up and walk off. So that is what I'm gonna do now, guys. I truly appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I will jump now. Tomorrow, let's try it again. Let's do the likes, push them up through the sky. Wait for, I believe you should not go blindly ape long because it doesn't make any sense. You might get lucky because I do believe the local bottom is in. But I wouldn't do that because it would be a sheep mentality, and you're not a sheep, you're a wolf. Or if you're not a wolf, well, I will help you become one. But ultimately, I just want to say, next time try to smash the like button. See you here tomorrow, and see you in the community. You'll find all the links in the description. Check out this video. This is going to be the update from today on the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Yeah, take care. Have a good day.